tell the story of Curtain Call, we have to turn into Cher for just a brief moment and turn back the hands of time to when I was 15/16-year-old boy in middle school, back in wherever. You see, at that time in my life, I had this friend who we're gonna call, for the sake of the story, Steve. No, not Steve. Steve is not gay enough. So let's call him Brad. Lovely Brad. Is Brad a gay name? It's gay in my world. So I had this friend called Brad. And back in those days, I was not as outgoing as I was today. So I didn't have that many friends. But at the end of the middle school, I did manage to make some. And Brad was among one of them. The problem with Brad was, he was too good looking for me. To the point where I fallen for him headfirst. And when you are a closeted teenage boy in a country that's not very gay friendly, that becomes a little bit of a problem. You know, you start bottling your feelings up for months and years and get more and more desperate and more depressed about the situation that you are in because you have a crush on somebody who will never return those bloody feelings. So that does not feel good at all, does it now? But I didn't let that get me down at all. No, just kidding, I was very fucking depressed. The thing went on for a while, we were friends, I was, you know, I had a crush on him, he didn't know because I wouldn't tell him. I was trying my best to not show it because, again, I didn't want repercussions that could come out of the situation. Again, not a very gay-friendly country. So I didn't know what would be the reaction of my peers at the time. Plus, it was the last year of our school before we would transition to a high school. And because he was a great student, he would go to the top high school in the city or whatever. I don't know how that system works. And I obviously wouldn't. I mean, I was still good at maths or whatever, but I was going to a different school. That's all you need to know, honey. So I was desperate to tell him. And there's this thing when we got to the point where I would invite him to come over and play some video games together. I remember us playing Batman Arkham City or just playing Portal 2 cooperative, and we had the grand old time, grand old gay time, you could even say. And during one of those days, which was a week before our graduation day, I knew I had to make a move. I knew I had to go all in. It was a moment that would either break me or make him my boyfriend. One of the above. So we were playing video games. I was nervous as fuck. At some point, he had to go home, but he had to go to the loo first. This is not going where you think you're going. Get your minds out of the gutter. So while he was in the loo, I took a second, took a few deep breaths, gathered my courage, and as soon as he came out, I confessed to him. And believe it or not, we were boyfriends for 3 years after that. It all paid off. Just kidding, he was straight. Honey, he broke my heart. I'm not angry, obviously. Look, he's straight. You can't do shit about that. Obviously, I was still heartbroken. It was horrible. I was crying in the bathtub for the next hour after he left, which is very sad. It's very funny to think about right now. It was very sad for me at that moment, but it's hilarious if I think about it right now. Yeah, and that was the story. Then we switched schools and I never saw him again. So that's that. I kind of got over him. Except I'm not, because I'm writing songs about him. But hey, anything else, bitch? So you might be asking yourself, what the fuck does that story even have to do with anything, Jodi? Well, this is the story that I'm trying to tell with Curtain Call. And this is just something that I hope that you guys can appreciate once you listen to it and listen to the lyrics. And hopefully you can see the connection, especially after you hear the bloody story. Obviously, the Curtain Call is more of a story about an artist who's loved by the audience. They're great at what they're doing. The story is about them getting ready for the last performance before they retire. While the audience doesn't know that this is the last performance, so I can guess you can put some dots together, you can join them, you get the picture. It all fits together, it's magic. Everything is great, happy ending, except no, because I'm depressed and lonely. But anyway, that was just a short story explaining the story behind Curtain Call. I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. If you did, just make sure to give it a like, subscribe, ring the bloody bell, and peel your eyes out for the next parts of Final Curtain Call with me, Jodi Summer. Ciao!